taking my break.
Sentence. Now look, he
I'm
has
trying to
no
figure
jail
out.
time coming.
After serving a few months of his 5-year prison sentence for the death of Elijah McClain, on Friday a judge decided that Peter Kachuniak won't spend another day behind bars.
I've been trying to figure out what is the thing that's going on. And I think use ChatGPT or Google, stochastic violence. The idea of eating pets and Haitians, and if I look at the Roswell Daily Record, what I see are a lot of Latino looking people, and supposedly they're committing, or the essence is that they are committing lots of violence. They did that with black Demites in the, well, started early in New Mexico. Long story, short version is in the 1920s when black folks struck oil. Of course, this is where that started happening in the 1920s. So what I see now is a continuation of the political violence that comes with race and race thinking. The thing about violence is it doesn't just happen to you. It happens to the people who hear about it. That's why, you gotta watch out for how much of the violence you take in, even as a bystander, because it will affect you. Violence just does that. It's the nature of trauma. It could numb you to the point where you're indifferent to other human beings. There's like many problems with taking in all that violence, but when you can't avoid it in places like Gaza, then what? Right? A lot of death, not just in the physical, but also in the spiritual. The good part is, I don't think the way the stochastic violence is happening, and what usually happens because of that stochastic violence, that the 80, how old is the former president? However old he is, he thinks it's the same. That kind of violence is a thing, but he doesn't know how numb we actually are. He saw that in the first attempt on his life, how we just got over it, because that kind of violence doesn't work like that no more. All the scared niggas are dead. That's the thing about Compton. It was the violence that created a response from every person who existed there. And the ones that are still here, watch out. They're not going to be easily affected by stochastic violence. They've developed techniques to deal with violent people, violence, stochastic violence. You hear chickens?